Did it take me an hour to get ready to start filming this video? Yes. Do I care? No, because I actually have energy this time. Work was boring, nothing eventful happened, but it is what it is. I did my makeup because it makes me feel better. Let me give you my good hand. It makes me feel better. And that's on purpose. So what we're watching today would be, oh my god, why did I do that? We are watching Prostitute interview. This YouTube channel is called Underbelly something. One second. Soft White Underbelly, which is a pretty interesting name now that I think about it. It's like exposing, it's basically exposing, talking about the outcast of society, like your prostitutes, your clansmen, your everyone. I've always wanted to do commentary. Hello, my name is Nakia Bella. Nice to meet you. Bada boom, ba ba ba. I'm gonna put this down. Actually, this is gonna be my little wand. Actually, no, it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be my wand. Hello, I'm Nakia Bella. I stream sometimes, like video games, horror. I do like if you watch Corey, he does Spooky Scary Sunday. Sometimes I stream horror shorts myself because I want to actually experience it. Besides, like outside of watching him do it, and it's been pretty fun. So. If you ever want to tune into that, my Twitch is Nakia Bella, same as my YouTube. But we are going to get into this because I find these times, and I think my eyes look a little bit weird and glossy because I have allergies, and they've been beating me up since the weather is changing. So,
my mother, she usually she put men before me, and whatever a man said or whatever he wanted to do, she let him do it.
It's crazy that because of what her mother did and how her mother put her partners before her daughter, I think in a sense also made her daughter Faith feel like she shouldn't care about herself or she wasn't important, and that's how she got into prostitution. This is just my like analysis for just this first part because already it's like shit, like your mother just did not give a two fucks about you. I'm not saying this is the case for all prostitutes, but it's like if prostitutes and sex workers are two different things to me. Sex workers are voluntarily, doing porn or prostitution or stuff like that. Prostitutes, I feel like it's like they had no other choice but to get into that, or way they were coerced, or because of upbringings like this, making you feel like you're less than and that you're not worth anything but your body or whatever the fuck.
And I had a baby at 14.
So you started working as a prostitute very early?
Yes.
What age did you start?
I started around about 11. It got serious around about 12 and a half.
I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that at all. This is whether she was very developed for her age or not, being put into prostitution when you're 11 and 12 and a half, whatever, how much more it got serious, is like, where are these men? Because it's mostly going to be men. Not saying women don't do that, but you mostly hear it's like little boys that they go after. What, like, stuff like this is ridiculous. It's just like, why, like, nobody was there for her. That's what hurts. Nobody was there. The system wasn't there. Her family wasn't there. It's like, I wonder if abortion was more easily accessible, would she not have to be here to suffer? You know what I mean? And depending on the area, depending on the circumstances, like you really, and people are like pro-life, it's like you really wanted someone like her, she's so gorgeous, to suffer because you're against, like, if her mother, I'm sure, had the means, if her mother treated her like that, if her mother had the means to abort her, she wouldn't have had to suffer like this. Her soul could have went to another family, hopefully a loving family.
And how did that happen?
A lot of grown men. My mother introduced me to a lot of grown men.
Oh, so you were already doing it since you were a young child?
Yes.
And then you were doing it on your own at 11 or 12?
Coerced. It was not out of her own
I
will.
started around like doing it on my own at like 12.
Yeah.
Because that's all she knew. All she
And
knew.
you guys would know that you're underage, obviously. Did you finish school?
No.
How far did you go?
I went to about.
You see my
11th
face?
grade?
Like, she said 11th.
And I
I
stopped.
turn on captions.
Yeah. How old are you now?
She was so close.
I'm going to be 20 in May.
And you're currently working still? You work Figaro or Western or
Yes.
She's younger than me.
which one or both?
This is
I
back
work
in
both.
Well, yeah. And you're doing this on your own or with a pimp now?
April
I have a
3rd.
pimp.
You do. How is that relationship?
He beats me. If he doesn't get his way, he beats me even harder.
And I know this
it's not-
interviewer probably doesn't even want to get involved, the guy who does all these interviews and stuff. But it's like, legally, can't you do something, like a hint at something to get dudes like that locked the fuck up so she doesn't have to suffer like this? Like, get her help. Like, put something together to get her help. It's like, we have done so much by creating GoFundMes and things like that. Like, for the prostitute that killed, when she got kidnapped, she wasn't even I forgot her name. I think it was like, was it Amber? I forgot her name. No, it started with a C. But she literally killed the man that was pimping her out, whatever, and she got locked up, stuff like that. And then finally got out, like, not too long ago. I think that was, like, a couple years ago. Like, there can't be something to be done. Like, I have to try and figure out how I can follow up on this, but I know there probably is no follow-up, to be honest. I feel like what also makes it difficult is that he probably has a bunch of connections. So even if he does get locked up or killed, whatever the hell happens to him, which I hope, like, very, 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 very terrible things happen to him, he probably has a whole, like, entourage of people that would take over for him. Or if not, if they knew that it was related to her, probably hurt her, and God forbid, I don't know where her child is. I hope she gave her child to a family or something, because I would hope she didn't try and raise that child at 14 years old.
How much do you have to make every night?
At least 1,000 in.
1,000 men?
Typically, what hours will you work?
1,000?
I'm basically.
Who are these
I'm all
men?
hours of the day. Like, I barely get breaks.
You work every day?
Yes.
Where's the food, bro?
When's the last time you had a day off?
Anything. Okay, so
Why are the police not the answer to the situation that you're in?
I don't know. Like, I tried to, get help and all that, but they saying I have to do, like, restraining orders and everything that's not, like, what's supposed to happen right then and there.
Yeah, the gangs operate on a very different set of rules than the police or anyone else, really.
Yeah.
Especially in South Central.
And it's not like I'm ever, like, when they saying that they have to be there when it's happening, but when it's happening, I don't have the phone, like, or he won't let me get in contact with anything.
what I'm also kind of confused about is that if you have a prostitute, you think you would, like, get them into some kind of contraceptive, because I know those babies are probably from men who slipped up. Like, thank goodness it's only like 3 babies so far with all the men that I'm sure she sleeps with. But it's like, can't we get at least these men caught the fuck up with some DNA test or something and get them locked up? Like, something has to be done, because can't you get locked up for also participating in prostitution, in soliciting, or whatever they call it? Like, come on.
I know one day I'll find a way out. I just pray to God that that's something, just a blessing comes along and saves me.
No. Is that from this? He got noises in the background. Where are they filming this at? I mean, I'm not, like, fussing enough, and I don't got the best quality, but what the fuck?
If I'm able to help, I would love to serve my life as helping children and, abused people like me.
You can see, like, the pain in her eyes.
Is this a lonely lifestyle for you? Seems like it.
Hell yeah, nigga, fuck. I hope she finds some good girlfriends that will, when she gets out of this, that will genuinely love her. Or even when she's in this, like, genuine girlfriends, genuine people that want to help her and get her the fuck out of there. I hope. Like, this was done April 3rd, or this was uploaded April 3rd. It's now, the 26th that I'm recording this? It's April 26th. I hope in this short time that she found someone to confide in. This girl literally grew up not seeing 1 ounce of hope. 1 ounce of hope. Not even like like passersby, I guess. I don't know. She probably has been so stuck in this world that she probably went about this world like so caught up in what was happening to her and what was going on that she never got the chance to probably enjoy movies about love or movies about, or just in the world, like real examples of loving families, loving friends, because she was in this world and probably just never got to be out in the daytime, to be honest. I mean, I'm sure there is prostitutes that be out in the day, but like they be on the corner somewhere, out, not in the city where everybody's going and doing things, or the parks where everybody's going to enjoy themselves. If it is a park, it's not a very popular one. Like, I don't blame her, but I just hope that someone come across, not even a man, just someone, like the gays are always great at making someone feel involved and warm inside. They're very good at that because they know what it feels like to be an outcast and knows what it feels like to not trust people because of who they are and stuff like that. Like, it could be a nice like combination. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm thinking like way outside the box, but it's a I think it connects.
I came from abusive nature, a very abusive nature. My family was always violent. They didn't show that they love each other as much as they say they do. But
You can tell he like blocked out some audio, like
love
outside
something
noise.
that I'm still questioning myself what it is.
It's like I like the guy who makes these videos, but I feel like he doesn't say enough to either validate how they feel or really like give just an ounce of. I know a lot of people don't want all of that. Oh, well, there's hope and da da da. I know people don't want that, but I would at least tell her, like, you know, when you get out of this, not if you get out of this, when you get out of this, I hope that you find love in woman friends or a group of people that were like you to confide in.
And how's your relationship with your mom now?
My mother is the same person. I don't think she's ever gonna change.
She old now.
She still has
They never
sick.
do.
What have you learned about men from doing this kind of work?
Oh,
Going through those kind of
look at
experiences?
her. And she just
It's a
looks
lot of sick
so
ass men out
fragile.
there, and you cannot trust all men. All men is not to be trusted, no matter how they come at you.
Look at her.
You never know who they are until they show their true colors. You can be with a man for a lot of years and you still wouldn't know who they are.
Her eyes are so
You have to be careful.
gorgeous. That's it for that one. We're gonna only watch half of that. One, again, she's so cute. She's so adorable. Like, fuck. Like, she's so adorable. It pains me that she's younger than me, 3 years younger than me, and already has 3 kids, one, and can't get out of something like this, and nobody's there to save her. And that is some pain right there. That's some deep shit. Why are these gangs so powerful? Like, nobody's doing their fucking job. It's all money shit. Money is fake as fuck. Money is so freaking fake, bro. And people do all this shit for what? Like, you can't, like, I know the economy or whatever the hell is a lot. Everything's fucking expensive. But even before everything was expensive, why? Why? Like, why? I don't think people think about. I mean, I wouldn't want to burden myself thinking about this all the time because it gets painful. I wouldn't want to think about this every day because it is hard, because you know you can't do anything, especially if you're not even in the area. You know you can't do anything. Sometimes I just want to burn this place down. Because at this point, why are we here? Some people may say the good ones, the ones that are good, are here to, you know, balance out the evil or do what. A lot of the good ones get killed or silenced or whatever. It happens all the time, especially in politics, and I'm not even really into politics like that. Like, I know enough to like be informed with the current stuff, but other than that, a lot of them get silenced. A lot of them get scared, threatened into silence, or whatever happens. Just like with these powerful gangs, I'm sure, paying off cops even being in this, cops even being involved in kidnapping children, cops involved, like, they're all intertwined. And honestly, I swear, if I got blessed with powers, that's the first thing I'm taking down. That's the first thing I'm doing, and I'm figuring it out. Like, if I had powers like Lucy, like, just, like, getting into all the secret shit, whatnot, and I could fly and all this other shit, like, oh, this is really bothering me. That's the first thing. That's one of the first things I'm doing. I'm bow, 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 stab, spear, put your head on the spear. Put the spear in the ground. Prop it up. Like, no, bro. Like, this type of shit. And they just let it fly because they're a part of it. And people like her, sweet, like, you can see the sweetness in her. She's so freaking adorable. So just the innocentness in her eyes. Like, she's still very much innocent despite what she got put into. Still very much innocent. So now we're going to watch the same guy, Soft White Underbelly, K Klux Klan member interview. I'm so sorry. So let's get into that, and then we will wrong box. Then we will end this. This one is only 18 minutes, so maybe I don't know. But I'm bringing this up into clips anyways. It's fine. This one is ridiculous. I think I only saw like a bit of it.
All right, JD, where'd you grow up? Where are you from originally?
Originally from Roan Mountain, Tennessee.
North Carolina.
And,
he's from
did you have a
Tennessee.
clan growing up in your family as a kid?
Yeah, somewhat. On my grandparents' side.
Of course, that makes sense.
How did you get involved?
Well, around 2015 or so, when Dylan Roof, he's took and shot the black people in Charleston, and that
One, I know there's another video where the guy sat with his mask off because he's a real G. Not that I'm applauding that, but if you gonna go ahead and be like this, then you might as well take your mask off, sir.
church, you know, and every picture that I saw on TV of him, he was having the Confederate flag in his hand, and he never was a member of any organization, you know. And then they go and take the flag down in South Carolina off to the state capitol building.
As they should.
Because of that. And I thought, you know, that was kind of a slap in the face to the South, our ancestors that fought in the Civil War. I had people on both sides of my family that fought.
I feel like they don't understand that they're so for America that they're literally going against America, because didn't the Confederates fight against America? So you're going against the country, the best country or whatever. And I'm wondering if these two people are intertwined. Like, is it the same thing? Are they very patriotic, so patriotic to the point that they're not patriotic because they're representing people that was against patriotism, like against America? Like, I don't get these people, but let's continue.
Our rights are going down the drain every day. And
I really want to know what right they're talking
my
about.
Grandparents was I don't consider myself really as a racist. I mean, I'm more of a separatist. I believe in keeping the races separate. That's what God intended. That's why he put us on different bodies of land, different English, you know, language, just different cultures altogether. And I believe that the white race is a superior race. And that's kind of the way I feel about it.
What I don't understand about that statement is, so he said he's more of a separatist, one, okay, not mixing races, two, okay, what the fuck did he just fucking say? Okay, when he said on different bodies of land, different language, they got put on different bodies of land, different language, shit like that. Your ancestors literally went to another place to take over and mix the races. Literally, yeah, we did all get put on different sets of land. And then we started traveling. and your ancestors started traveling too. Everyone was traveling. That's so, no matter even if people stayed on their land, bro, it was just no way for people to stay on their land. It was just no way. Just because whoever created us, they put us on different sets of land, knowing that we were going to migrate and come up with the languages and come up with other systems of cultures, religions, things like that. They knew this. So that's not the reason why we got put on separate land. It's not the reason we got put on separate land. We don't even really know the truth. Let's be honest. We have some truths from a lot of historians and researchers and things like that, but we don't know who put us here. Until we know who put us here and why they put us there and why they put some of us over here and over there, it's literally just like evolution, bro. To me, anyways. Africa. We have dark skin because we had to get used to the sun and everything over there. And then people migrate and then people get lighter or they get darker or whatever. It's just how that works. So him saying that just really grinds my gears because that's no.
What do you wish the United States looked like racially? I mean,
Well,
right now we're all very mixed.
Yeah, we're very mixed. I just wish that, they could stay more to themselves. I mean, don't come and try to push them down my throat.
When you say they, you mean?
Our government. And not our government, but the black race, the Hispanics, the
Orientals. I can't. A lot of things this country would not have without people becoming free. And if we really stay to ourselves, there's a lot of food, there's a lot of music you would not have access to, because I know he'd be going around bumping some 21 Savage or some other black artist, could be Jill freaking Scott. Like, you wouldn't have that if we really stayed to ourselves. Like, if we really all like stayed on our own plot of land, like, you'd be missing out on a lot. And we'd be missing out on some stuff too, like the desserts. I really want him to be able to go in a world where we didn't mix anything and we all stayed to ourselves. How is that possible with how the world is? Now we're all involved. How do you feel? We're all involved. We're all involved.
I just wish that more people would see the light and see where this country's heading. Because
right.
I give it another 10 years.
Another 10 years.
We'll not be able to do what we're doing today. I mean, it's going to probably be a felony to be seen in the Klan Road.
I hope so.
It's just a matter of time.
I hope so, but they still don't consider y'all a terrorist. They still don't consider them a terrorist organization. So honestly, it's probably going to take a very, very, very long time. Probably by the time that I'm dead, or maybe like 80 something, before it's really like, oh my God, this is terrible. Like, this is not going to change until all the old people die. Let's be real. Let's be honest.
Biggest issues today,
like the old people in the government.
Well, they're not wanting to issue us permits, stuff like that, to have rallies or anything.
Because all it comes is violence.
But you've got all these protests and stuff going on, and they're just out here doing what they want to do.
And then y'all show up and tear shit up.
Nothing's said. I mean, it's not.
You know why the protests get as rowdy as they do most times? Probably either they end up showing up, or the younger versions of them, or people who just want to fuck shit up, just ruins the whole protest. Because I've seen a lot of video evidence of a lot of black, brown, and white people as well, just like back in the day, marching, doing protests, and then it's just those people in all black just come and just throwing Molotovs and just destroying shit just to deter the movement, just because they want to go out and destroy something. Just like that kid that went out with his rifle or whatever, started shooting people, whatever he did. I can't think of the details right now. I know it was like some little altercation, boo boo, he shot and killed someone, whatever. From a whole nother state. First of all, the kid was from a whole nother state and came all the way just to cause a fucking ruckus with a weapon. That's why these protests get the way they do. People are antagonizing others. Because I've seen plenty of, a couple of videos of Klan rallies where people come and they protest them. They're not trying to be violent because they know what that leads to, and they know the message that is going to come across on the news. And there's been some videos of someone like punching a Nazi, I don't care about that. That's their problem. They want to stand for whatever they believe in, then stand for it. Fight about it. That's how I feel. And maybe that's violent, but I don't really care if that's violent. It's like, we are in 2022 now, and soon enough we're going to be in 2023. it's really no room for that type of shit anymore. For what point? Everyone is literally, if it wasn't for history, our cultures would be way more blended than they are now. But cultures are sacred. Yes, you can take part in other people's cultures if you are granted that access. Cultures are sacred to people. Some cultures get blasted more than others and more into mainstream and seen as just, oh, this is this. This is just a U.S. thing. No, it's a black people thing. Or no, it's an Indian people thing. This is not a U.S. thing. This is our thing. This is our culture. There's nothing wrong with sharing cultures, but what you're going to do is respect people's cultures, bro. That's just how it is. So I got kind of off topic, but people probably don't like other people, like white people joining into their cultures because of the history behind it. There's still some apprehension with that because of how much they've stolen from every person of color. Indian, which is what, Asian, all the Asian, brown, black people, Mexican, I'm sorry, Puerto Rican, Dominican, like all this is it's so many cultures that were stolen from. And even we still, people of color even steal each other's cultures. And some get migrated and mixed into cultures and they get intertwined, which is okay, which is fine. It happens throughout the years. More so like when the cultures first, got their thing. But it's just, that's it. That's all.
I mean, there's a lot of these other groups. I mean, they're not doing that.
Are you a religious person?
Yes, sir.
The Klan is a religious organization.
Yes, sir.
Religious.
What aspects is Christianity that is the basis of the Klan?
Well, I'm Southern Baptist.
Okay.
I'm basically Baptist. I mean, there's Methodist, Presbyterians,
I don't get the
no
religion
Catholics.
subcategories at all. I really don't.
And you are a Imperial Wizard or a Grand
No,
Dragon?
I'm a Grand Dragon. I'm over North Carolina
What
and South Carolina.
is a Grand Dragon?
What is a Grand Dragon?
Okay.
It's the state officer. I'm over the state, and I'm right under the Imperial Wizard,
So what is it about African Americans that you want them to be separate?
Before I hear him answer this question, why do they sound like they're just playing Dungeons and Dragons? Grand Wizard, Imperial Dragon, Lizard Man, Snake Boy, like, do you want to be in Harry Potter? If y'all just wanted to cosplay some Harry Potter, you could just throw that on. You didn't read the books? Maybe you should read the books and maybe you'll be into something more productive. Because are you getting paid from this? What is the benefit besides, I guess, connections? Can't y'all just connect normally like regular people? They're literally living in fantasy land. So let's hear him answer this question of his problem with black people or whatever. I'm putting in a small box because I want y'all to see me.
Well, I don't think God intended for them to be mingling with us, and especially breeding with the white race.
Mingling?
I mean, it brings about a mongrel race. I mean, a mulatto color.
Color.
Nothing makes me any sicker than to see a little kid running around and their skin's just yellow. I mean, a mulatto color. I mean, I wouldn't feel so bad about the blacks if our government wasn't pushing them down our throat. Just like in the 60s, I mean, they pushed them down our throat in the schools and, cafes, restaurants. I mean,
he really got nothing better to say. You can tell he's just like stuttering to really come up with anything. Like, this is a free interview, dude. You can say whatever the fuck you want besides the N-word, I guess. It sounds like he's either holding back or just he really has nothing bad to say. He could have said what everybody else says, their crime rates, their this, their that, the terrible family structure is terrible for the United States. It doesn't represent the world. But all he could say was I don't think God intended for them to mingle with us or have babies with us. I wholeheartedly believe there is a Bible. There's a true Bible out here. But whatever Bible that we've all been reading or we were all raised with, what is the point of not mingling with each other? We all live on this planet that we were given for free. I don't know how we came here, but why were we not supposed to, for Christ's sakes, oh my God, in the Bible that we were having sex with our cousins and shit, to, like, how did Adam and Eve populate the earth? Their siblings. The siblings had sex with each other, gave birth to their children, and then their children gave birth to more children. How did they do that? How did they do that? Because they're related. That's how it supposedly happened. So the math ain't mathing right. If we weren't supposed to be here, why were we here? You think God would have made us all the same color, right? If that's the case. Like, I'm just so stuck with all of this, with every aspect of this, because, dude, like, I just don't think they were supposed to be mingling with us.
I mean, you've only been a member for a few years. But
I've been, several years, but the Klan's really changed a lot. We're not as violent as they used to be. You know, back in the 60s, there was some violent Klan groups, especially in Mississippi. Mm-hmm. And it gives the Klan a bad rep.
Y'all still burning crosses. Nazis are to Germany is what y'all are to us, or should be what y'all are to us. But no, y'all still walking around willy-nilly. I don't even know why we have Nazis. That wasn't even in our country. Thinking about history, honestly, makes my head hurt and my back hurt, even though I'm not sitting correctly. Thinking about history just makes my everything hurt. Because what? Nazis aren't even in our country. Why do we have Nazis here? Here. Jewish people are white. They're white. They just have dark hair. They're white. Why do we have Nazis here? White Nazis. What's the purpose? Because they think Jewish people are like close to black people. You might as well just hate black people. Leave the Jewish people out of it. Shoot, we're used to it. Fuck it. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's just so, every single thing in this is so backwards to me. The first thing, let me switch the camera. The first thing, let me let y'all look at him. The first thing was, I lost my train of thought. The Confederate flag. You're so for America being back to normal that you're so against it at the same time because you're rooting for the team that already lost, that went against the U.S. So you're not American. You're not patriotism. You're not patriotic. You're nothing, bro. You're nothing. You're not for us. You're not for America. You're not for the United States of America. You're not for the... Oh, star-spangled banner, yet I forgot the words. Wait, hold on. Nah, because now I got to get it. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. You little bitch, because you're not brave because you got your mask on. Thank you. See, I should have been singing at the stadium. But yeah, that was the first thing, the flag. What was the second thing? He said? Oh, he said that I wish we were just kept on our separate lands or some shit. How are we supposed to do that? How are we supposed to do that? Moving on. That's not me. I didn't get it. All right. Uh-oh.
He talked a good talk at
okay.
first. That got him into office. And
you be voting for Trump?
He took his mask
off? Trump. I did the first time. I will this time. I hope he's got a chance. I mean, I've never known a president to go into office and so many of his own party be so much against him.
Because he's a stupid. Because he was an idiot.
What he said he was going to do.
He wasn't doing what they wanted him to do. He wasn't being the puppet that they wanted him to be. The border wall, how he talks.
And dealing with China, I think that was one of the worst things
Hold on. Speaking of immigration, though, they make immigration so fucking hard. I feel like the way that we could have and still can fix immigration is just making the process not so fucking hard, and we wouldn't have a problem with illegal people coming here and destroying whatever they're destroying. If you guys wouldn't have made the process so goddamn hard, it wouldn't be people sneaking in here. If y'all would just, there's more than enough space for not just us, but them too. And I know there's some fear about criminals from there because it's like they come here with a clean slate. It's nothing but having a whole system that's creating jobs, by the way, a whole system of people researching. Oh my God. A whole system of people researching these individuals that are trying to come here and just don't let murderers in here. I mean, the murderer should be in jail. But it's like, I know there's only so much research you can do, but it's the same if one of us went to another fucking country. Nobody says anything about, like, when you think of immigrants, everyone thinks of Hispanic people. There's African people coming here. There's Europe people. People don't think twice about anyone from fucking Europe. Let you hear a Russian accent, and it's just like, oh, okay. Like, oh, that's just where their family's from or some shit like that. Like, there's so many ways that things can be fixed, and they're just so lazy to fix it. Money is fucking vague. Money is fucking vague. Money is fucking vague. Just blow that, like, talking about inflation, all this other stuff, like, it's still gonna go round. It's still gonna go round. Money is fucking fake. If you don't electronically send something to pay these people, like with Flint, and, you know, I know the budget goes towards, one, paying the workers to do the work and getting the materials, stuff like that. Digitally make that shit. You can literally just send a fucking check and put some numbers in a system and it's there. Money is so fucking fake. It's so fake. Besides cash, like that type of, like, it's fake, bro. Even cash in a way is fake. That's made out of great material that it can't be copied and can't just be printed out, whatever, but like printed out with our regular printers, but it's still fake. It's made out of material. Why can't we put this money towards, like, you think you actually want you to make your country the best place in the fucking world, wouldn't you? I'm getting off topic, but you think you'd want to do that, right? You would think they would want to do that. They do not. And for why? Why do you want people to suffer? And I know why. It's just a chain of people suffer. They keep working hard. They keep working for us. They keep providing this. They keep providing that. People would still provide shit. If you just make healthcare better, if you make hospitals better, if you just put money towards that, you don't even have to give it to us. If you just make this better and shit, make schooling easier to get to, like, this would be a thriving fucking utopia. No shit. Why don't people think of this? Why don't people think of this? A thriving utopia. I'm sorry, I'm seeing if my face matches my arms. A thriving utopia. It's that simple. Thank God he doesn't have children.
The victors of war will write the story. And I remember growing up in school, all the books that we studied in school was published from up north. They wasn't none of the books published from down here. They tell you what they want you to learn. And that's why the people today, they don't know their history. I mean, if the blacks had any clue, if they had enough sense to open a book and study history, they wouldn't be going out here and voting these Democrat tickets, because the Klan was founded by Democrats. A Republican freedom.
Well, we all know it all switched around.
Much against the Republican Party. The party that freed them.
But honestly, in my opinion, neither party is really like all that, to be honest. They're a part of, like, people say, two sides of the same coin. Y'all are just the same. It's like, it's just the Democrats. I hate using these, like, terms. The Democrats is just, they appeal more to whatever is popular. They appeal more to, oh, we're for these rights. We're for these people's rights. Well, and then they also kind of, sort of in a way, lean towards the right. Lean towards the right as well. Like, okay, well, we got to appease these people too, because we're for the United States and da-da-da-da. Like, they're so flip-floppy. Republicans are, I don't really get their spiel, to be honest. I don't really get their thing. But Democrats for sure are very flip-floppy. Like the party, not like people who vote Democrat, whatever. What I learned, or what I got from an old manager of mine, was when it came to at least our state voting, which is, a lot of people say, is more important as far as what affects you. I mean, the United States voting affects you as well, but the state, it's like you know, when it comes to your taxes and things like that, it really affects you. He is Democrat, but he voted Republican for our state mayor or something like that because of the policies that he had in mind or what he had in store for us. He didn't look at the parties. He looked at, okay, what aligns with what I want to be done with my state. And I can't shame him for that because it makes sense, because it's like they're all the same people. So he not to bring zodiacs into this, but a lot of what people like to shit on, like, people are into astrology and stuff, but there is a pattern with a lot of zodiac signs. With a lot of Libras, they're really, and I'm a Libra, we're really just kind of like, our symbol is the, what do you call it? I almost call it a freaking balance beam, but the justice, the, you know, the balance. We want balance. We're neutral most of the time. Like, we have things we stand for, but most of the time we also have that ear of like, okay, I'm gonna take this information and kind of think about it this way, or I'll take this information and morph it into what I already feel and just add that to, you know, hey, I feel this way, but I kind of get this stuff like that. That's why I'm neutral about, like, politics and stuff. Not that I don't have a general, like, my one feeling about it, like I just said, I don't think either party is good. I don't think the two-party system is good. I don't think the government's good. I don't think none of that shit's good. So it's like, yeah, I'm knowledgeable about some shit, but I don't really take part in that. I don't, honestly, and I should. I want to at least take part in my state, you know, state voting, but when it comes to the U.S., no matter who we pick, bro, we got Biden in office, right? What has he done? Like, fuck it. Who gives a shit? How I'm seeing life right now, we're about to die. We're all about to die in some way, shape, or form, whether it be from the earth killing us or from them killing us. And at this point, I'm just here to live my life. Not to get depressing, but I'm just trying to enjoy the rest of the time I have here. I'm only 23. Things are looking up, but they can just as easily be gone. I feel like I'm going to cry. I'm such a crybaby. Things are looking up. I'm going to end this video here because once he shows that, like, image of them or whatever, it's pretty much over to me. But I'm going to end this video saying thank you for watching if you got this far. But also, I do feel like things are coming to an end soon. Not just like the end of the world type shit, like, no 2012 shit. I feel like it's never going to be a time unless it's like everyone really, really in danger, to where people will really riot against the government and, like, do some fucking movie shit and storm the White House or some shit. And all of us, it's like they want us to be against each other. Like, people like him, and people like me, they want us to be against each other. Because the real enemy is the government, because they're not doing for the people that what they're supposed to do. That's the issue. They're supposed to be for us. And people forget that. When people talk about government assistance, they're supposed to do that. Literally, it's your fault that, of course, leaving out the people that mooch off of government assistance, whatever. It's your fault that I can't get what the fuck I need to get. People have to work 10 times harder just to, especially with prices nowadays, 10 times harder just to make it by. I'm trying to enjoy my friends. I'm trying to enjoy my family when I get to see them. I'm trying to enjoy my partner. I'm trying to enjoy going to my job. Even that, I'm trying to enjoy and relish in and be grateful for. And I hope you all can do the same. If nobody has told you today, I love you. Yes, you. Wait, what do the K-pop niggas do? Does that work? I love you. And I hope you have a great morning, noon, or night. Thank you for joining me this far and listening to me rant.